What is up, guys? Dale Boy here. So this weekend the World Boxing Super Series starts, and it starts at cruiserweight with a fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Marco Huck. Oleksandr Usyk is obviously the WBO champion going into this fight. The fight takes place in Germany at the Max Schmeling Arena. Interesting fight. Let's just briefly talk about both fighters. Usyk comes into this fight with a record of 12 wins, 0 defeats, 0 draws. 10 of those 12 wins coming by way of stoppage. Marco Huck comes into the fight with a record of 40 wins, 4 defeats, 1 draw. 27 of those 40 wins coming by way of stoppage. Oleksandr Usyk is 30 years old. Marco Huck is 32 years old. There's not too much in terms of age difference, so only a couple of years, but Marco Huck has a hell of a lot more miles on the clock, as we can see by the fight numbers, and he is definitely at the end of his career in terms of being a world level contender, in my opinion. Let's just briefly look at the dimensions as well. Oleksandr Usyk is 6'3" with a 78-inch reach, whereas Marco Huck is 6'2" with a 77-inch reach. So Usyk is slightly taller and has a 1-inch reach advantage. Everything in this fight does favour Oleksandr Usyk. He's the younger man, he's the fresher man, the better boxer, the bigger guy. He should win this fight relatively comfortable, to be quite honest. Stylistically, it also favours Usyk. Usyk is a great boxer, coming out of a southpaw stance. I think he's best when he keeps it long behind that jab and he works those counter shots. He can also fight on the inside very well, but I do feel Usyk is best when he's boxing, to be quite honest. And I think he's got enough tools to comprehensively beat Marco Huck, especially this version of Marco Huck. I don't think Marco Huck is shot by any means, but I think he is well past his best. He's still going to beat European level guys. He's going to beat fringe world level guys, but I don't think he can beat any of the champions right now, to be quite honest. I think the better punch technique of Usyk will see him through here. Marco Huck likes to come forward, he likes to wade in, kind of bull rush and throw sort of looping, clubbing shots. The straighter punches of Usyk will find their targets when Huck lets his hands go, and Usyk will counter Marco Huck coming in. I really think Huck is going to struggle to gauge the distance, and we saw that against Maurice Bradis. You know, when Bradis was boxing on the back foot, he could never close down Bradis. He could never sort of work on the inside. If he did get close, he would tie himself up, and it would be ineffective. And I think he's going to have a similar problem here. I think he's really going to struggle to have success. Obviously, Huck has an awkward style. He's got an awkward way of fighting. Very sort of... he's just got a weird style. The way he throws punches, the way he comes forward, for his weird stance. He's got an awkward style, and that could give Usyk some trouble. But you just have to favour the better technique of Usyk. And I think Huck is going to get chopped down round by round, and Huck will either fall to a late stoppage or it will be a wide points win for Usyk. And Huck has a puncher's chance because he does hit relatively hard. He's not a huge puncher, but he hits hard enough at cruiserweight. I've seen him knock guys out. So Huck has a puncher's chance, but I just can't see him landing that shot on Usyk. I just can't see it. I think Usyk's going to have he could have a field day when Huck is coming in, and that could in turn make Huck sort of wary of coming inside and trying to put pressure on. And if that is the case, and let's say Usyk does make Huck wary, then Huck literally has no chance because he can't box with Usyk. He really can't. So Huck needs to fight his usual fight by applying pressure, and he just needs to hope that Usyk can't cope with it. He needs to hope that Usyk has trouble with his style, with his roughness and his awkwardness. He just needs to hope that his style will prove too difficult for Usyk to figure out. Failing that, he just needs to land a big shot. He can only win this fight by knocking Usyk out. and by his style being awkward. There's no other way he can win this fight. He can only win by pressuring Usyk. That's it. And Usyk has different ways he can win this fight. He could go to war with Usyk and take him out. He can box Usyk. He can do a mix and match. You know, he's just more versatile, and I'd expect Usyk to get a late stoppage or win comfortably on points. Not the hardest fight to predict in my opinion, but who knows? I could get it totally wrong. I am going to try and do prediction videos for all of these WSB fights. I will do them on the week of a fight though. I'm not going to do them really far in advance. I'll try and do them the week of a fight. I'll try and do every single fight. I have done a preview video for every single fight. I support this tournament, so I want to make videos about every single fight. What do you guys think of this one? Peace.